Vevor had reached out to me here recently by email and asked if I wanted to try out some of their products. And they had sent me a list, and this is what I picked out because I'm always using these, or a lot of the times anyways, over the years I've used ratchet straps. I do believe that this is a good set. Now I'm going to go over what all comes in the bag. So first of all, you've got a waterproof bag, 4 of these soft loops, 4 of the 8 feet long straps, and then 4 ratchets. So as I said, I've used ratchet straps a lot. They're very handy to me. I'm not very good with knots as far as ropes go, so I've always kind of just used ratchet straps. And they're easy to pack, you know, they're easy to use, and then they're easy to undo as well. So I've always really enjoyed ratchet straps, and many things I've done over the years have they've made it much safer and much easier. So here's one of the soft loops here, and these are the same width as the straps are, which is 1.5 inches thick. And I'll show later kind of what these are used for, because honestly I didn't even know what they were for when I first got them. They are very handy. Here's one of the straps. They're 8 feet long. They have a little safety latch on them there with rubber on, as you see, which I do like that feature, because many of them that you get at your box stores, or that I've got anyways, don't really have that little safety latch. They kind of just have a hook. And so I honestly, I do like that. As I said, these are 1.5 inches wide by 8 feet long. The load strength of these particular 8 feet long straps is 1,738 pounds. And then the brake strength is 5,028 pounds, which is plenty strong enough to handle most jobs, you know, especially for what I do anyways. You're not going to haul any heavy equipment with these, but for most of your average applications, these will work great. I really like them. I like that bigger handle myself because my hands are bigger and my fingers are kind of fat and thick, so I like a bigger handle myself. Even though this isn't a big strap, it's got kind of a bigger handle up there, and I really like that. The ratchet itself is easy to use as well. I mean, they open and close easily, and then they function well. Okay, so what I'm about to go over here is just kind of how to use a ratchet strap. Some people have used them, some haven't. And for me, at the beginning, when I first started using them, or trying to, you know, they were kind of confusing. But as you can see, how you can see the slot there, and I've got the ratchet, you know, kind of at a 90-degree angle there. I'll run the strap through and then back on itself. First, pull all of the slack out, though, as I did there. You seen me pull all of the slack out, and the strap itself get tension on it. And I try to pull all of the tension out as far as I can, because if not, you're just kind of making yourself work more with the ratchet. And then I go ahead and start ratcheting. And as you can see there, the strap is getting tighter. So I had it connected to something on my wall and then on my vise there, just to give an example of how it worked if you've never worked one of these before. They're pretty simple, honestly. As I said, 8 feet long is what these particular straps are, by 1.5 inches thick. So I showed you how to use a ratchet strap, how to get it tight and get your stuff tied down. And now I'm going to show you how to undo it. As you can see the trigger there, you pull it straight up, open the ratchet all the way until you hear it click. And once you hear it click, that means it's ready to pull apart. Then you start pulling it towards yourself. And once you do, the strap itself will loosen up. From there, it's easy to get it out. All you got to do is pull it. It's unlocked at that point. And so that's why I like ratchet straps. They're just really easy to get tied down and really easy to undo as well. You'll see what I use them for here a little bit later. They worked great for what I used them for, and I incorporated that soft loop right there as well. But it's a nice little set. If you're in the market for some ratchet straps, I would recommend these after using them. If I wouldn't, I wouldn't say that. But honestly, yes, I would recommend these. I think they're pretty well made. And so here we are, me and Carter, we're at the park. And I was delivering this old moped. I believe it's a 70s model. And I was delivering it to a man. It's his, and he left it with me to work on. And so what I'm doing here is I've just got it on that little rack that's attached to my van there, and I'm using these soft loops. And you see how that soft loop works? You kind of just take one half of the loop and run it through the other loop and then pull it taut. And once you get it tight like that, you just go ahead and strap it down, and you put tension on both sides. Like you pull tension from one side of the motorcycle, moped, whatever you got, four-wheeler, you don't really have to do that. But things with just that don't really stand up on their own, or that can fall over easily, like a moped or a motorcycle or a dirt bike or whatever it may be, those soft loops are great because they give you a place to hook your ratchet strap to without damaging, your equipment, without damaging your motorcycle or your moped or whatever it may be. And as I said, I'd never really used those before this point. This is my first time, but I was very happy with how they worked. Right there, the only thing holding that up is its kickstand and that's why I didn't tighten that down very tight, because I wanted to put this side on and then kind of tighten it down as well. That way it wouldn't fall in either direction. And so, as I said, you put the soft loops in, find a location on whatever it is. It could be your handlebars or whatever, a safe location. That's the point of that soft loop, is to keep you from damaging your equipment. So now I can hook my ratchet strap straight to that soft loop, as you've seen there. And then here I am running the strap through the ratchet. I'll tighten this side down, get it pretty tight, and then go back to the other side and get it tight. And what it does, it pretty much is holds your motorcycle, dirt bike, whatever it may be, bicycle even. It holds it in place. It doesn't let it go left or right. And it also keeps you from damaging. If I would just have to use a hook on that, even though those hooks are coated, not with rubber, but like a rubberized spray, even though they're coated, it could very well damage your paint, especially if you've got a long ride and that thing's kind of moving back and forth a little bit. It could definitely damage your paint. So those soft loops are very handy for something like this application here. And as you can see, they work very well. I kind of give a demonstration of how it looks when you drive with it. I thought it was pretty neat myself how they work, because as I said, I'd never used them up to this point. And I thought it was very neat, and I was very pleased with how well they worked as well for something like this. And I do, now that I've got them, it's something that in the future, if I've got to do anything like this again, as I said, I've hauled stuff quite a bit, many different things, ATVs, mopeds like this, junk, firewood, appliances, all kinds of stuff, so ratchet straps are definitely something for me. They're very handy. So if you're in the market for some ratchet straps, I would recommend these. As I said, I've bought many different ratchet straps. I went to Ace Hardware, Lowe's, Walmart, different places, and I personally do recommend these. I think they're well made. I'm happy with how well they work for me, and then everything that comes in this set for the price, in my opinion, is a great deal. So if you are interested, I'll leave a link in the description. All you've got to do is click on that, and it will lead you to these particular straps.